Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's video is built with businesses and hobbies. Wow, what a surprise, right? I said in my last two videos, I'm probably not gonna buy it this time, but then here we are, yet another bad financial decision, and here we are. But I'm not gonna regret this one because I'm having fun with it so far, and I'm really looking forward to the future builds because of the new business mechanics that this expansion pack brought. So yeah, let's dive into our today's video. Right, today a weird thing is happening. This is my third recording by now. I just keep not having words for talking today. It's just one of those days that words are just not in my head, and I'm having a hard time sometimes to describe something. So anyways, before we dive into the video, actually, I just want to say thank you so much for the support, for all of the subscribers, and for the lovely comments. And I will just remind you that if you want to support me, it would mean a lot if you just run my videos in the background of your computer, because it helps me with watch time hours on my channel. And what watch time hours are doing is that they are bringing me closer to acquire an requirement for being a partner here on YouTube. So we have the subscribers for that so far, but I still need the watch time hours, and it would mean very much to me if you just run the videos in your background. And yeah, in any case, thank you so much for all the support, and let's dive into today's build. So today's build is a Painting Studo, actually, because I saw so many videos and speed builds on the internet, on YouTube, with creators building tattoo shops and candy shops mainly, and I was thinking, I saw a lot of this, so I'm thinking I want to build with something else, because I already built obviously before the pack came out, a build inspired by this pack, and there was a tattoo shop in there, a sculpture shop, and a candy shop, if you want to call it like that. And yeah, I was like, I already did that, I'm not interested in that anymore. I want to build something different this time. So I got my sim, I went into this, let's say, create a business thing, we call it. I don't have the words today, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, I saw how it works, what requirements you can have in there, and what activities and so on. And I decided I want to build a Painting Studo. And I want to think of it as though like those sims are living on the lot. So this is a live-in business, by the way, because there are two types of businesses with this pack. There are businesses that your sim can rent on a different lot than the residential, and they can travel there and open a business, or you can live on the lot where your business is. And today we have that one. So I decided, I want to build this like painting studio, also selling paintings, and in the basement there is a teaching class for painting, yeah. And I decided, for the story, here we are. Let's dive into this fantasy that I had. For the story, I thought of this couple, and I thought that maybe they have very like rich parents, one of them, and that's how they got to buy this lot. Because if you think about it, it's a bit unrealistic that you have so much money to buy this entire like building and run it. So I was thinking that, but then along the building process, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pretend that the parents of the guy have been in this business for a long time. It was their own business selling paintings here, but they are retiring, and they decided that they want to let their son and daughter-in-law run it. And surprisingly, the daughter-in-law, which is obviously the wife of the guy, she is actually a painter, and this was her dream. So basically now she can make her dream come true. She's painting, she's selling the paintings here, but she's also teaching classes in the basement of the build. The guy, not so much into painting, obviously. He's not a painter, but he has his home office. He works from home, I would say. And he is also managing financial status and all the paperwork for this business. I'm thinking he helps his wife. And so that's how they run this business. And they got thankfully the townhouse, the small townhouse at the left, free to move in, and they made it they adjusted it to their own likings, and now they live there, and that's their story. I do not know anything about children so far, but I think there is room if you just put some walls. They have an area upstairs where it's the painting area for the girl, but if you want to have children with your Sims in this house, just put some walls there, and then you have a bedroom for infant, toddler, whatever, you know. So it is possible. But for me, I was thinking that so far at the moment they don't have any plans. They are not even thinking about having children so far. They just want to have this business, they just want to travel, and yeah, they just want to live their youth years or so. I'm not saying years, by the way, guys, it's years, but I'm having a hard time pronouncing because English is not my native language. So yeah, anyways. So for today's build, I decided to make this law look like there are different builds on it, like stick to each other, because this is mostly the architecture and the theme of this war, which was, I think a lot of creators said, inspired heavily by Stockholm. And so yeah, I made this look like there are 3 different buildings on this lot, but on the inside we only have a side for the painting selling, and on the other side their living space. And so going through this build, I really enjoyed all the windows we have with this pack. Really beautiful. The new tiles, the brick tiles, are very nice. And so yeah, and I decided to put those painting classes in the basement area, and also make it that next to the building, you saw I built those like look down areas, and I want to put some windows down there so they get a bit of natural light in the basement. And so you'll see later on how that looks, and I think that was a great idea because I'm really enjoying it. And so yeah, I decided for today's video to just go a bit also with the loft inspired vibes in the home of the couple, and it came out really nice on the interior. You'll see later, I really liked it. And so as I said, I didn't want to do the usual, the tattoo shop or maybe the pottery shop or so, and I just wanted to end with just painting, purely just painting. And this build is also playtested, you guys. I playtested it. I even started the business, and I went into the basement to see if I can, if my sim can mentor or like teach classes for painting, and it works. And I was so confused in the beginning. I was like, how does this teaching board looks like in the basement that I put? And actually, when you go in live mode and you open your business and it's open, and you have some clients on the lot, then if you hover your mouse and click on the board and say teach classes, then you have a bunch of possibilities to teach. There is gardening, there is cooking, there is mixing, anything you can think of out of the skills in The Sims. And if you hover your mouse over those skills, it says to you, you need to have, for example, arranging tables for the arrangement skill for the flowers that came with scissors. And for the painting classes, it says you need to have painting easels for that. So it's pretty easy. I didn't know in the beginning, what do I need? And then I was thinking, when I was playtesting, I went there, I checked it, and then thankfully it just tells you. So for example, if you wanna be a veteran, if your sim wants to learn more about the veterinarian, I cannot say that word, about the vet school, you know, you need to have those like vet tables to teach with, you know. So it's kind of obvious, but at the same time I was so confused because I was like a bit, is this right? Is it okay if I just put some chairs and also painting easels? And it did work. So just so you know, you need to have specific items that go with the skill. So now that you know that, maybe it saves you some time in your game, and then you know how to find out that. You just open your business, go down, and then it will say there if you hover your mouse over. So anyways, but when I saw that, I was like, this is so interesting. The only thing though for me was a bit confusing because that teaching table, like board or whatever, it has such a big area for it when you put it down, and I think it's only that you see it in, I think, yeah, you only see it in base game, in build game, that big square area, but when you go in gameplay mode it disappears, it doesn't show you the border, so I think that's a plus, that's a good thing. So it just shows you that this is the biggest possibility of area you have for teaching, so everything that's in that area will go to the classes, and it means your sim will go learn there from the classes, the mentor, whatever. So there is that. And so I decided to put it in the basement because I had more space to work in there, because upstairs we have a cozy space environment and so on. And yeah, so I also tried to put some trees around because I noticed they do really use a lot of trees, and so live edit objects and landscape environment stuff from other packs, which they really, it's not something new, they do that a lot in expansion packs and packs. They just reuse landscape items from other packs, and that's okay-ish, I guess. But yeah, anyways, there is this new tree. I don't remember if I saw it before in the game. It's the one that has the nice fairy lights on it, and I really like it. I just sized it up and put it at the front because I couldn't just leave this lot without any trees, you know. I love the trees, I love the landscape, the environment, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put it. And so yeah, there's also a rooftop area here for our sims, and yeah. But talking about bugs with this build, I did encounter some really annoying bugs. Is, you know, we got this update before businesses and hobbies that you can also select which areas of the build are residentials, which are like the public ones, and which are the employees only. And so with this build, as I was going through the build, I cut it off from the video. I was so pissed because I couldn't select this area to be something specific. It just wouldn't, when I click on a room, it just wouldn't show as a possibility to select what this room is for. It looked as of it's not an enclosed room, even though it was, it even had a ceiling and everything, but it was a bug because it's depending on a few things you do in build mode. For example, when I went upstairs in the painting studio, whatever, I did make this look down area next to the stairs, like you can look down, it's like more of a cropped area with the railing, and then that doesn't count as a room anymore for you to select if it's residential or public or so. And I did not pay really attention when I was playtesting if the sims are really going up there, but I think they are. If you didn't select it to be a residential or employees only or public, it's still accessible in my opinion. They will go there no matter what, right? So anyways, that was a really annoying bug, and I had to go several times just rebuild again the edges of the room with the custom wall tool, and it was so annoying because I was like, oh my god, why can this just work properly like normal? And I was like, it's fine, you know what, it's fine, I'll get it, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. And so yeah, so with this new pack, the main focus of the expansion pack is not what it comes with, like as in build and buy objects. It does come with some that help towards specific businesses, but mainly this pack is about your sims having a business, a live-in business, which we've kind of been waiting for it, some of us, because there were mods for it before, but now there is an expansion pack that brings it. And so the main focus of the pack is that you have a business to run. It's not about stores or so, it's a business to run. And I think that's a really nice idea. And so I checked what else you can do in this business, because basically you are telling what business it is by the actions you select your sims to do on this lot. And there, I looked through it, there is also care for toddlers, for infants, for children. You can do homework, you can do so many things you can think of. You just need to go create a business and look for yourself. And there is like, you can even run your own vet clinic in here in this game. You can even run, I don't know, there were so many. You can do a laundromat finally that's functional, and you can, I don't know, you can do so many things, and I'm really excited about this. You can even do a yoga studio for if you want, or a Pilates, you know, and you can just simply just build up with it and then select it to be that. It's so cool in my opinion, and I really like that about it. the first ever time when I saw the launch, whatever, trailer for this expansion pack. When I saw Live in Business, I was yelling at my screen. I was like, oh my god, this is great, because this is great. It's just simply great for me. I'm like, you can live in the business. And I remember in the past, I've done several lots where I'm just fantasizing about that, like a flower shop with the sim that's growing the flowers by themselves in the garden or on top of the roof. Or what else did I do? I remember like a shop for like Christmas decorations. I even did a cinema, a Christmas inspired cinema, you guys. And I was really sad because nobody really, it didn't reach as much as I was hoping attention and views, and I was so sad because I spent so many hours on that. But yeah, you guys, you can even build a cinema and just put them as a task to do on this lot. Watch TV or something, and then you have your own cinema. And drink coffee you can put as a task in there, so they can go drink coffee or eat, or you can make your own like restaurant. If you don't have dine out, you just make kind of a restaurant where you cook the food and they just need to eat or something. I don't know, I'm just fantasizing even more right now. Not really fantasizing because we can make it happen, you know, but as I'm saying, it's really cool. And so also to say, with this pack there's these items that came, and whatever you would put on that item, I have those big brown boards right now. If you put paintings on it, they will automatically go for selling. But you cannot put normal build and buy paintings on those. You need to put like literally painted easels by your sims on there to sell. And so with the debug menu, I noticed in the wall, the table standing decorations, there are some new paintings that are just copies of base game paintings, but this time they look more goofy, and so they are in there. And I noticed those can go on the board, and also obviously the stuff your sim is painting. So I did end up putting some when I was playtesting on the board. So maybe when you download the build, there will be also, already a few in there. So yeah. But I did playtest the build, as I said, and yeah. And here upstairs, I decided this is the look down area in the Painting Studio that I could not flag as any kind of room space. So I wanted this room to be more of a modern kind of vibe office. So basically the sim, the woman is here, and if she has some clients coming over and they want to discuss art or what paintings they want to buy, they just come here, sit, and it's a really nice kind of idea of a office. And I really like the new floor we got with it. Is this like maybe patterned floor and with like the flower vibes? I don't know, I love it. And it looks a bit like brushed or faded. And there is the other one that looks more like a loft kind of style build. It's like a, how would you say, pavement? Not pavement, but yeah, anyways, I cannot find a word. But yeah, and I really decided to do this area here, and it even has a door to access their own apartment from upstairs at the office, and also from downstairs inside the building. When you enter this painting studio, at the left there is a door that goes into their own apartment, and I think that's really nice. Whenever they want, they just come from their apartment inside the painting studio, and they are just there, you know. It's so easy. And yeah, this area, once again, I really love, and I really had fun with it, and it looks so colorful and so beautiful, just amazing. And also I did glass roof on this build on top, and it leaves even more light inside this painting studio, and I love it. I just completely love it. This build is so beautiful, and of course I'm saying that because it's my own build, but to be honest, I'm really proud with this, and I'm really proud of how the back area of this build ended up. Because if you saw in the beginning, I put those like debug live edit cars, and I was thinking they have a van so they can transport paintings, but also there is this like truck type of car, and it has some boxes inside. Maybe they ordered stuff for the painting studio, and it just looks more realistic in my opinion. And yeah, here we have the painting studio for the teaching classes, where I went with 3 painting easels, And I think when I'm playtesting I added one more, so there will be 4 by the end. And I also added some chairs, but I noticed when you do this, there is this thing, and we know this is a thing in the Sims, that sometimes Sims are just distracted and they start making conversations and they just don't stop. And they don't do what they are supposed to do, but they keep on talking and talking. And so this happened in my while my Sim was teaching some classes. There was just some random Sim that was just starting to talk with another Sim, and I was like, oh my god, please go and learn. It sounds kind of accurate to some like you know, some of us in school or so. you don't wanna learn, you just want to talk, you know, with your colleague, classmate, whatever. And so yeah. So this was that when I was playtesting, but I noticed the Sims are going to the painting easel and they start painting, and so and then big secret, you can take that painting and you can sell it and you can make some extra cash, you know, for yourself, for your Sim. But yeah, just saying, they just come paint, you sell it for some extra money. But yeah, anyways, I really like this area, as I said, because I did those like lookout areas with the windows, so we have a bit more natural light in there, and I really love that. That's such a great idea. I'm gonna pat myself on the shoulder, you guys, because that's a great idea. But yeah, anyways, I really like this area. I did put a sink in there also, just obviously for realism, that they go wash the brushes or so, I don't know. But do you think that if your Sim, let's say it like in real life, if you teach classes for something, would you be, I think you would be the one that's teaching the classes that will just tidy up the room after and clean everything up and put it, the people are there, they are paying to learn, and then they leave, they don't need to clean it for you, like clean the brushes or so in this instance. But yeah, I don't know, let me know your opinion. But for me, it's like, maybe the teacher will do it, you know, whatever. But yeah, and yeah, this video kind of took me a long time because, as I said, I was having fun. When I'm building with a pack for the first few times, it takes some time because I'm getting adjusted to all the new items. And so in this instance, I was getting adjusted to all the windows and the doors. Guys, the doors are also very nice. But yeah, anyways, so I decided to give them a very loft, modern style of apartment, townhouse, whatever you want to call it. And I put this new flooring on the ground that I was talking about. It's this like cement, I think. I don't know how it's called. You tell me. I cannot remember, but it looks so nice. And then it gives more vibes of this like loft inspired apartment, townhouse, whatever. And so yeah, I really loved it. I went with really dark vibes for it, and I really wanted this Sims to have like not so much clutter, just keep it normal, keep it modern, you know, and everything. But yeah, we'll see. And they end up having, as I said, one bedroom, it's quite a spacious bedroom, I would say, a bathroom upstairs, and a kitchen, a living room area downstairs, and also the office of the guy upstairs. And then they have the rooftop and a small balcony before the rooftop. So yeah, that's the build. And you can obviously put more stuff in the backyard if you do decide to download this build. I forgot to mention it, but probably you know by now. You can find it on the gallery under the ID that's Simmer_Adelina. So Simmer_Adelina, the EA ID. Or you can search it by the hashtag in the gallery Simmer_Adelina if it's easier for you. And so then also you can download it for free on my Patreon. I always put a link down below in my description, so you can go there and download it in your game. And yeah, that's it. Also, as I said, it's playtested, and yeah, it's a really nice build. So you should give me any tips or like ideas if you want to see something specific for my next videos. I'm very, very open to any suggestions because it's nice. And also do keep an eye out for my poll section on my YouTube channel. So if you go to the community tab, you can find, sometimes I'm putting polls in there, so you can vote in there. It's completely like anonymous. How do you say that? Like, it's like I don't see who votes what, so in case you're worried about that. And you can just go there, put your vote in there. Let me see your input, you know, like what would you guys like to see next. I'm doing polls and I'm asking, and you'll see. But yeah, that helps me a lot also, and thank you. And so yeah, for next build, I don't know, we'll see what we can do for the next build. But as I said, I already have an idea. I will do a new poll and ask you if you want to see more of maybe public lots or residential or live-in business, because I kind of think for my next video I do have an idea of live-in business. It's Brillianton Bay, you guys, Brillianton Bay, so maybe that's a big clue there, but you'll see. I'm really excited about it. Yeah, and talking about earlier, in the past I also did a cat cafe in what's the word that came with Snowy Escape? So I think it was called Mountain Comerobi. I don't know. You correct me. But yeah, I did build that too, and now finally we can build a proper cat cafe, you know, where people really can come here and there are kids hanging at the lot, and so. But yeah, we'll see. But for now, it's not a cat cafe that I want to build in Brillianton Bay for my next build. Hopefully next build, I don't know, we'll see how that turns out, but I'm really excited about it. I'm not even joking. I'm really excited about it. And so yeah, until then, I will just let you see the rest of the video, you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I just so you know, I cut out the bathroom from this speed build because yeah, it was just a bathroom, nothing wow, nothing detailed, nothing cluttered. So yeah, but thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. I hope that you did enjoy what I came up with this pack, like what my idea was to build with this pack. Just so you know, I did not have any inspiration for this build. I just brainstormed a bit of brainstorming and then I just started building. I was just on it, you know. I was like, I know what I want to build. I just thought about it for a bit and then I was like, okay, let's build. We'll make it come true, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, for being here. Thank you for all of the support, and until next time, I do hope that you're taking care of yourselves, and I wish you a great rest of your day, whatever it is for you, and I hope to see you in my next video. And until then, check the polls section on my YouTube community tab, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.